What is up, loud and proud crowd? Hopefully you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. So we are actually out here with the 7.3, yes, long time no see, old 7.3, and this thing is going to get some things done to it. Not a lot, just to make this truck drivable down the street in an ideal, cheap budget diesel four-wheel drive truck. So we're gonna be doing some stuff to this, but I first want to get over to the 2019 Limited, and I want to tell you guys the number one thing that I hate about owning this truck, and the number one thing that gets on my nerves and that frustrates me about having to deal with when owning this truck. So this little blue cap here is called DEF, Diesel Exhaust Fluid, and it's this stuff right here. I've got another one back in there, and this bundle of joy has to go in there. And I honestly gotta tell you, it's really annoying because like my truck was just sending me a warning. It's like, if you don't put DEF in your truck soon, you know, your truck's gonna go into limp mode and all this different stuff. And basically what happens when you don't put the DEF in your truck, and let's say you try to run it without it for, I think it's like they give you like a 100-mile grace period maybe, or I don't know if it's 100 miles or 1,000 miles, I don't know what it is. Anyways, once it's officially almost out, there it goes into a stage where it counts down the miles. I think it's 100 miles until you basically run out, and then like that grace period runs out, and then it puts the truck in a limp mode and it limits the truck to, I believe, 15 miles per hour, or maybe it's 5 miles per hour. I don't know if it's either 5 or 15, but essentially if you don't put this in your truck and it runs out, you cannot just keep sailing down the road like nothing happened. It will eventually kick in and it will shut your truck down. So the thing with that is you need to make sure you make sure that you get the little diesel ferry, you know, to go around your truck and bibbity bobbity boop and make things disappear, or you have to keep these things on hand, at least one at all times in your truck, so that if your truck does run out of it, you have, you know, stuff to put in it. And like I've got this one I'm going to put in, and I think I'm only going to need, I might need both of them I think right now, but at least putting the one in for now, and then yeah, but unfortunately that's how it goes, but that's just the way it is. Isn't this nice? You know, it's not that it's hard to put in your truck, it's really not difficult at all, but it's the fact that if you don't, you can't use your freaking truck. After your warranty's up, your truck will run out of that warranty, and you will start to have issues, I promise you. And like I said, guys, it's not that it's hard to put in, but it's the fact that you have to put it in, or you can't use your truck, and not to mention it's the whole system in the truck itself that runs off of this stuff. It basically kills these things. So, as much as it sucks, until there's a way to get it taken off the truck, that's what you gotta do. We haven't made one of these in a long time. It's been almost 1 year exactly since I've made my last work vlog, and life has changed a lot since then. And when I say that, I just mean like the dynamics of what I do, how I do things, how I've adapted, how my life has changed. You know, traveling constantly and doing all kinds of stuff and new business ventures. I mean, it's just been different. Life has been different. The dynamics have been different, not in a bad way, in a good way, but it's just been hard to really try to go back to making something that like I worked so hard to get away from. And like when I say that, I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know how I hear people a lot of times say, dude, bring back the old school videos. You want to know what the old school videos were? It was mowing, doing hay stuff with my dad. It was like doing little light bars and LED lighting accessories on my trucks because I couldn't afford to do really anything else. I mean, that's all I used to do. But I think the thing that people liked about it was that it was relatable to a lot of people's situations. And that's not a bad thing. I'm saying that in a good way. I think that's why a lot of people enjoyed that stuff, is because they could watch that and be like, that's something I can go do today and I can make it enjoyable, I can make it fun. I think that's why people liked it. So we're gonna actually get on the zero turn right here. I know it's not really like a crazy looking zero turn, but I bought two of them for the lawn crew and they went out today, but they're using push mowers because they're doing a bunch of smaller jobs. So I'm gonna take this mower, I'm gonna start working on this yard right here. So we're gonna get a couple clips here of the grass now, and then we're gonna get a couple clips right after. And yes, I did pull this trailer out of the barn with no pin in the hitch, but I didn't have a pin, and so I just went really slow from the barn out to here. But that's as far as it's gonna go without a pin, just because I wanted to get these mowers out so I can get them off the trailer. But anyways, guys, let's get to this work vlog that we haven't done in a very, very long time. gotta tell you guys, it feels really weird, and it really brings back the memories of filming freaking mowing a long time ago. I used to do it all of the time. Zero turn, tractor mowing. Like that was my childhood, was literally out either mowing pastures, mowing yards, doing stuff like that. That's literally most of what I did as, you know, as a kid, and that's all I knew, so that's what I filmed. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that little clip. That's not going to be the entire video, but that's just a little part that I wanted to add back in here, just to kind of show you a little piece of like, basically, if you're new to Loud and Proud, we used to just film anything, like literally anything and everything that I did every day. That's what we filmed, and we made the most of it. I'm actually on my way sneaking out here to, good morning. Good morning. That one guy on the block that's saying good morning to his trucks, you know, the weirdo. I'm actually on my way out to go and pick my fiance up some breakfast. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning and I've been working away, and she's still in bed sleeping. She's been up helping me every day like crazy until pretty late, and so I'm gonna go and get her some breakfast, and then by the time I get back she'll probably be getting up out of bed there. But yeah, a lot of stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the stuff with the 7.3 and the 5th gen yesterday, kind of going over the DEF stuff. But anyways, we're going to wrap up this video here still today. We're going to carry this video on, try to touch on a couple more things possibly on the 7.3, and then we'll get right back to you. Well, I'm going to be filming today in slides, the basketball shorts, because, you know, I totally love basketball. I really don't care for it. But it is cooler to wear these over jeans, and it is going to be hot because it's early in the morning still, and it is already very freaking toasty, and I'm not necessarily a huge fan of that. I am like that person that cannot stand a lot of heat. I can do up to 80. Anything more than that, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't care if it's hotter in Arizona or Florida or Texas or wherever you're from. I just don't like it. Not a fan. Don't care how hot you can tolerate. It's not for me. Trying to mess with this white 7.3 back here, and I want to try to figure out if I can get the bed off this truck. Do I think it's going to be very hard? I wouldn't think so, but the only thing that makes me think that it could be is the fact that it's very rusty underneath, and those bolts could be extremely seized up, and pretty much, not just seized up, but pretty much like rotted to the bed. So I don't know if we're gonna have to cut them off, if they're actually unbolt, or what we're gonna have to do, but I'm gonna try to disconnect the lights, the tail light wiring, at least run it down under the bed so it's not connected, see what we're dealing with in terms of the bolts and the rust status, and then figure out if we can pull the bed off or not. Let's see really quick if this thing will start. I kind of highly doubt it, but we'll find out, because we had to jump it last night just to get it moved over here, and it didn't run along at all. So we'll see. Hopefully it starts, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because it was pretty dead yesterday and it didn't run very long. Holy smokes, it freaking started up like nothing. I'm actually really surprised because yesterday when we tried to jump it, it took forever to actually jump the thing. And then even after we got it jumped, we literally started it, backed it up, turned it off, and that was it. So I'm actually kind of shocked it just fired off. Tire pressure's still good on that one. Tire's still holding air back here. I only put 40 PSI in it. It's probably still got about, I don't know, 30-ish maybe in it, 25 to 30 in it left. It looks a little bit lower than it was, but not bad. We're gonna get this truck moved, back it up onto the pavement right here, and see what we're dealing with in terms of that bed being held on. And in case nobody's noticed, I don't really care about my appearance in terms of what people think about how I dress. If that concerns you, you got other issues, man. So we're gonna try to rip this bed off. I tried to take out a couple of the nuts that were, you know, threaded on to hold this bed down, and they're just not moving. They're all rotted out. But all the cross members that they're bolted to look like they're just about ready to give away anyway. So we're gonna at least try it. I'm not saying it's gonna come off easy, but we're gonna at least try to make it happen. So I'm gonna have my brother try to film me here. This might not go very well, but we're gonna see. has now been, I want to say, 4 freaking hours of trying to get the bed off this 7.3, and it's now like 2 in the afternoon. And I gotta tell you, it is not coming off, and it is the biggest, absolute most pain in the butt to work on this thing, because there is so much crusty, rusty crap under this truck that, like, with all this wind, we've got like a 15-mile-an-hour wind right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the mic or not. Probably not, because I've got a wind cover on it. But it is so windy that if you just leg crawl into that truck, even with glasses on, there's just rust, just debris flying at your face, Like, you cannot keep your eyes open long enough. Actually, I think I got something in my eye still. But anyways, like, it's so bad under this truck, I kid you not. Like, you cannot, like, brush against anything and, like, you're about losing your vision because of rust. I mean, it is really bad. So what I was trying to do next, instead of trying to cut the bolts, because there's no way they're going to unthread, they're all just way too rotted, but I tried to use this chain, and I looped it up over top of the frame and just straight across there through that hole just under the bed, through the kind of like the center of the bed almost, to try to just lift and just bam, bam, hit it with the tractor, try to break those bolts loose. Apparently they're rotted enough to where they won't thread out, but they're strong enough still to where they won't just pull off like that. So I don't know even what to do right now. It is just really, really bad. The only option that I'm thinking I might have is to literally buy a couple Sawzall blades and literally just start chopping the bed sides off. And I mean, actually, like, keep just like the bed part itself, which is just like the flat part, and then just literally cut the bed sides off, and then make like a makeshift side railing for that bed that's on it already, get rid of the bumper, and just leave it. Like, it is so bad. I'm telling you guys, it is so bad. You cannot work under this thing. Look at how, like, look at all this crusty crap. I mean, it's like the worst kind of stuff. It's not like rust that's just starting. It's like that flaky stuff that, like, if you just, like, look at this crap. There's so much, it's just sitting there. Watch. I mean, that's how bad it is. I mean, it is just everywhere. So essentially, that's not going to work today. I've got a lot of other stuff I've got to catch up on, but that's where we're at with the 7.3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We tried to touch on a couple of different things in this video. I tried to do part of a work vlog, tried to touch on a topic with the 5th gen and something with the 7.3 here. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I'm going to work on another video later this afternoon, but I've got some other work I've got to catch up on in the meantime. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. You guys are awesome. Do not forget to enter to win the Mordecai 12-valve giveaway truck, which, by the way, you guys are running low on time now. I think you guys have like exactly 30-ish days or less. I think more like 28-ish days until that giveaway is over. So do not procrastinate and miss out on your opportunity to take home your dream diesel pickup truck. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Information for that is in the description below. Every $15 is another automatic entry to win. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.